What if I told you that every time you're about to level up, the universe throws obstacles in your way on purpose? Sounds unfair, right? But here's the twist. Those struggles aren't there to stop you. They're there to prepare you. The universe has a way of testing you before it hands over the life you've been asking for. And if you don't recognize these tests, you might mistake them for signs to give up, when in reality they're proof that you're closer than ever. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how the universe challenges you before transforming your reality. By the end, you'll not only understand why things feel chaotic before a breakthrough, but you'll also know how to pass these tests and step into the life you're meant to have. So, if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and start moving forward, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive in. Ever felt like everything is falling apart just before a breakthrough? That's no coincidence. The universe operates on a pattern of tests, throwing challenges your way to see if you're truly ready for the next level. These trials aren't punishments, they're checkpoints. Think of them as a final exam before graduation. If you don't pass, you don't move forward. But if you recognize them for what they are, you can navigate them with clarity instead of frustration. One common test is the illusion of loss. You might feel like opportunities, relationships, or even financial stability are slipping through your fingers. But in reality, the universe is just making space for something better. Many people hold on to what's familiar out of fear, unknowingly rejecting the very transformation they've been asking for. The trick? Trust the process. When something exits your life unexpectedly, ask yourself, what is this making room for? Another sign of universal testing is the repetition of patterns. Have you ever noticed that the same type of problem keeps showing up? Maybe it's toxic relationships, financial struggles, or self-doubt. That's not random, it's a lesson you haven't mastered yet. The universe will keep presenting you with the same challenges in different forms until you respond differently. If you find yourself saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" that's your cue to step back and break the cycle. The key to passing these universal tests is awareness. The moment you stop seeing obstacles as punishments and start seeing them as training grounds, everything shifts. Instead of resisting, lean in, observe, adapt, and grow. Because once you prove you're ready, the universe has no choice but to open the doors to the next level. And that's when the real magic begins. The universe isn't random, it's precise. When you're on the verge of a breakthrough, it starts sending signals, testing your patience, resilience, and faith. The tricky part? These signs don't always look like signs. Instead, they often come disguised as obstacles, confusion, or even emotional turmoil. The sooner you learn to recognize them, the easier it becomes to navigate through the storm instead of getting lost in it. One of the biggest indicators that you're being tested is sudden chaos. Have you ever noticed that just when things seem to be going smoothly, life throws a curveball? Maybe you lose a job opportunity, an important relationship becomes strained, or unexpected financial struggles hit. This isn't bad luck, it's a shake-up. The universe is testing whether you'll react with fear and doubt or with trust and adaptability. Those who recognize this pattern understand that every setback is actually a setup for something bigger. Another common test comes in the form of temptation. Right before a transformation, you might be lured back into old habits, toxic relationships, or self-sabotaging behaviors. It's like the universe asking, are you really ready for the next level? Let's say you're trying to break free from a negative cycle, and suddenly, the very thing you swore you'd leave behind reappears, looking more tempting than ever. If you fall for it, you delay your progress. If you resist, you pass the test and move forward. Lastly, emotional turbulence is a telltale sign that something big is shifting. You might feel exhausted, impatient, or even lost, as if nothing makes sense anymore. This is because growth often feels uncomfortable. It's like a snake shedding its skin. It has to go through the discomfort before emerging renewed. The secret: instead of resisting these emotions, embrace them as proof that change is happening. Because the moment you understand the test, you're already halfway to passing it. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. If you're feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, or even lost, congratulations, you're evolving. The universe doesn't test people with an easy, predictable path. Instead, it pushes them through moments of uncertainty and emotional upheaval. Why? Because real transformation requires internal shifts, not just external changes. Every great success story starts with a phase of discomfort, where everything feels chaotic before it finally makes sense. One of the biggest reasons mental and emotional turmoil hits during transformation is because your old self is resisting change. Your mind loves familiarity. It craves stability, even if that stability is keeping you stuck. That's why doubt creeps in, making you question your path. Maybe you start thinking, what if I fail? What if this isn't meant for me? But here's the truth. These thoughts aren't signs to stop. They're signals that you're on the edge of something big. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people push through, even when it's uncomfortable. Another powerful aspect of turmoil is that it exposes what needs healing. Emotional triggers, fears, and insecurities come to the surface, not to break you, but to be released. Think about it. When you're forced to confront your deepest fears, you gain power over them. If you've ever noticed that the same insecurities keep coming back during tough times, it's because they haven't been dealt with yet. The universe isn't punishing you. It's giving you a chance to heal what's been holding you back. The best way to navigate through this phase is to stop fighting it. Instead of resisting, ask yourself, what is this discomfort trying to teach me? If you're feeling stuck, it's not because you're failing, it's because you're shedding an old version of yourself. And once that process is complete, clarity and breakthroughs always follow. You just have to hold on a little longer. The universe is always speaking. You just have to learn its language. When you're on the brink of transformation, it starts communicating through repeated patterns, strange coincidences, and unexpected delays. These aren't random. They're messages guiding you toward the next level. Most people ignore them, brushing them off as mere chance, but those who pay attention can decode the signs and move forward with clarity instead of confusion. One of the clearest signs that the universe is testing you is the repetition of certain experiences. Ever noticed how the same kind of toxic people keep showing up in your life? Or how you always hit the same financial roadblock, no matter what you do? That's not bad luck. It's a lesson you haven't mastered yet. The universe will keep repeating the same scenario until you respond differently. If you recognize the pattern and make a different choice, you break the cycle and unlock a new path. Then there's synchronicity, those eerie, meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to be random. Seeing repeated numbers, hearing the same message from multiple sources, or running into someone at just the right time, these are signs you're aligned with something bigger. Think of them as breadcrumbs leading you in the right direction. When synchronicities start appearing frequently, take it as confirmation. You're on the right track. But here's where most people struggle: delays. When things don't go as planned, frustration kicks in. You might feel like you're doing everything right, but nothing is moving. In reality, delays aren't rejections, they're redirections. Sometimes, the universe holds things back because the timing isn't right, or because you're meant for something even better. Instead of resisting, ask yourself, what is this delay protecting me from? Because more often than not, when the right moment finally arrives, everything falls into place effortlessly. Resistance is the invisible wall between you and your breakthrough. The more you fight against change, the longer you stay stuck. The universe doesn't just test your patience, it tests your ability to surrender. Most people think that pushing harder is the answer, but in reality, true transformation happens when you finally let go. Let go of control, let go of fear, and most importantly, let go of who you used to be. One of the biggest signs of resistance is the need for certainty. Have you ever felt like you needed all the answers before making a move? That hesitation keeps you trapped. The universe often withholds clarity until you take the first step. It's like driving through fog. You can't see the whole road, but as long as you keep moving forward, the path reveals itself. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. The real shift happens when you trust the unknown. Another form of resistance is attachment. Many people cling to relationships, jobs, or habits that no longer serve them, simply because they're familiar. But here's the harsh truth. Holding on to the past only delays your future. When something feels forced or heavy, it's often a sign that it's time to release it. Instead of asking, how can I make this work? Try asking, is this still aligned with who I'm becoming? The moment you let go of what's weighing you down, the universe rushes in with something better. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means making space. It means trusting that if something is meant for you, it will stay effortlessly. And if it's not, no amount of forcing will make it right. The people, opportunities, and experiences that are truly aligned with your growth will never require you to chase them. The moment you stop resisting and start allowing, everything shifts, and that's when the breakthrough finally happens. There's a moment in every transformation where everything just clicks. After the chaos, the setbacks, the emotional turmoil, and the endless tests, suddenly things start falling into place. But here's the thing. This moment doesn't come from luck. It comes from alignment. The universe isn't waiting to reward you. It's waiting for you to become the person who's truly ready for the next level. And the moment you do, the breakthrough arrives effortlessly. One of the clearest signs that you're shifting is when what used to trigger you no longer has power over you. Think about it. Those same situations that once made you anxious, doubtful, or frustrated suddenly feel neutral. You stop chasing, stop forcing, and start trusting. This is the ultimate sign of growth. The things that once drained you no longer take up space in your mind, and as a result, better opportunities naturally flow into your life. Another key indicator of a breakthrough is speed. When you're in alignment, things that once took months or even years suddenly start happening in days. The right people appear, the right doors open, and obstacles seem to dissolve on their own. This isn't magic, it's physics. The moment you stop resisting and start operating at a higher frequency, you attract everything meant for you at an accelerated pace. That's why some people struggle for years, while others seem to get lucky overnight. The truth? It's not luck, it's energy. So what happens next? Simple, you keep moving forward. Just because you've broken through doesn't mean the universe stops testing you. Every new level comes with new challenges. But now, you know the process. You recognize the tests, trust the delays, embrace the discomfort, and let go when necessary. The cycle never ends, but now, instead of fearing it, you master it. And once you do, there's no limit to how far you can go. Now that you know how the universe tests you before a transformation, let me ask you this. Are you going to resist these challenges, or are you going to use them to level up? Most people stay stuck because they misread the signs. They think setbacks mean they should quit, when in reality, it means they're this close to a breakthrough. So the next time life gets tough, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what is this preparing me for? The truth is, your reality is already shifting. The real question is, are you ready to step into it? Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one challenge you've faced recently that might actually be a test? Let's start recognizing these signs together. And don't forget, if this video helped you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another insight like this. Your next breakthrough is closer than you think. See you in the next one.